Are you considering purchasing a new construction home this year? In this video, I will go over some pros and cons of purchasing a new built home. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for watching. My name is Amanda Cuspert, and I'm a realtor with the Phoenix Agency in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. One of the pros of purchasing a new built home, first off, is that it's new. Nobody has lived in it. You're going to be the first one there. So typically it's not going to need any remodeling or repairs done. Now, do keep in mind, even though something is new, sometimes things break. But there's not going to be big items that you're going to need to hopefully fix or repair. And it's nice just to be able to move in, not have to have anything cleaned, knowing that everything is new and ready to go for you. A pro can be is it's going to have more of a modern floor plan. Typically the vaulted ceilings, open floor plans. So if that's something that you would like, new construction may be a good idea for you. One of the pros is for this area, a lot of our new builds are going to be in subdivision areas, and for the most part they may have a park or some sort of trails that the community can use in that area. So that can be a benefit versus the existing homes may not have something along the lines of that. Now, depending on what builder you're looking for and what area, some of the builders in this area are production builders, and they were just doing spec homes here recently. Some have switched to pre-sale. Now, with a pre-sale home, you are open to being able to customize. Pick colors, maybe pick a lot. Or if you're doing a home that is not a pre-sale, that was already a spec home and is in the process of being built, you might not be able to choose your colors because they probably already have those picked out. Typically in a new build, it's going to be pretty low maintenance for the first few years. Again, everything's new, new furnace. You're not going to be putting money into any repairs that you might have if you purchased an existing home. And typically builders in this area will offer some sort of home warranty when you purchase a home. So just look over that because it can cover you for a few years. Each builder is going to be different on what they offer. So just get a copy of that ahead of time so you know what that warranty does cover should anything come up after you own the home. One of the pros can be is when a market changes and starts to slow down, a builder is going to be more willing to give some buyer incentives, closing costs, maybe some appliances included, versus existing homes. Builders typically don't have the emotional connection with a home, so they are willing to sell it for what they need to get it off of their books and move on to the next home. One of the cons can be is if you are having a home built, typically a builder is going to want a specific amount of earnest money down. Now, they may write that to be non-refundable. So let's say you happen to lose your job or not be able to afford it because rates change, then you run the risk of losing your earnest money. So just make sure you talk with your realtor and you know the risk of purchasing a new built. One of the cons of purchasing a new built home can be that there's delays. There can be delays in getting permits, in workers, in products. So just be aware that even though you have a specific closing date, that can change, and that can put a buyer in a pretty sticky situation if they're looking to get out of a rental. And unfortunately, if it's closing date, if there are delays, the builder is going to be able to change that because the home's not going to be done in enough time. So if there are delays, typically the buyer takes the brunt of the delays. One of the cons can be in new construction, typically they cost a little bit more than you might be paying per square foot on existing home. Now, it does balance out whether you're going to have to remodel, but just know that those can cost a little bit more. One of the cons, and this goes along the side of with delays, is I have seen some builders in this area use an addendum that states that should building costs go up during the course of construction, they can increase your price. Up to a certain amount is typically what it says. So just make sure that you are aware of that addendum, because you don't want to go in at your max price and building costs go up and then they tack on another 5%, if that's what it is, of costs, and you not be able to afford the home. One of the cons in new build is you're typically buying in a subdivision that is newer. So you're not going to have any established trees or landscaping. They may do the common areas, but it's going to take a while for those trees to get bigger in those areas. One of the cons can be property taxes. Sometimes property taxes in new built areas can tend to be on the higher side. Also, you won't know what your taxes will be until you've already purchased the home. Now, a lender and your realtor should be able to give you an idea on the tax levy for that area, but that's only an estimate. It's not going to be what your actual taxes are. A con can be typically landscaping is not included, so that is stuff that you'll have to add on extra, including fencing, and all that can add up. If you have any questions about new construction or real estate in this area, my name is Amanda Cuspert. I'm with the Phoenix Agency, and I'd love to hear from you.